Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about this silhouette challenge that has kind of taken TikTok by storm. It's a pretty massive challenge. It's another one of these like internet virality things that kind of unfolds. You know how it is every once in a while, right? There's this new challenge or dance or something that comes along and a bunch of people do it and it blows up, becomes viral. And then 3 weeks later, people aren't really doing them anymore. But this is, of course, the latest one, right? This is the one that people are taking place in pretty heavily. The one that people are kind of caring about right now. So the Silhouette Challenge, if the name doesn't describe it well enough for you, is a internet challenge primarily on TikTok that was apparently originally created as a way to empower the female body, according to what I've seen. So basically, what they'll do, right, they'll record themselves, they'll adjust the lighting or edit it to a way where basically, like, you can't see their face, you can't see anything about them except for like their silhouette, right? The outline, the shadow of them, and they'll get nude or partially nude while they do it. They'll kind of dance seductively or whatever. It's supposed to make you, kind of horned up or whatever. That's like the whole deal or whatever. It's supposed to get people's attention. You get a little bit bricked up below the waist, you leave a like on the video, you follow, they win, right? That's kind of the entire thing. But it turns out that like most of these internet challenges, there are some pretty inherent dangers that people are really not taking into account when it comes down to this. And it's something that unfortunately leads to an even more dangerous and scary problem, right? So over the last few weeks, this silhouette challenge has kind of exploded, right? A lot of the most popular creators have jumped on board to do the silhouette challenge. There's been a lot of attention around it, but ever since this challenge has blown up, people have become aware of a situation that's been kind of unfolding with this challenge that has definitely had some not intended results, has had some definitely not intended effects when it comes down to it. So it turns out that people have found a way to somehow remove the silhouette editing or whatever they're doing, right? I'm not necessarily sure how this whole thing works. I don't do TikTok challenges. I don't really actually film TikToks. If I'm ever making a TikTok, it's just an edited clip from one of my videos. So I really don't know like how they get the whole silhouette challenge. I don't know if it's like a filter or if they're actually doing like some lighting tricks IRL or something. I have no idea how it's happening, but there are people online who have found a way to like reverse it. So instead of just seeing like a black shadow, black outline or whatever of the person, you actually can see them, right? That you can see their face, their skin, you can see them, okay? And obviously, with an internet challenge like this, that starts to pose a little bit of a problem. There's an issue with that because, well, if you didn't know, a lot of the people doing this silhouette challenge are actually naked while they're doing it, or they're at least partially naked. So, a girl will strip down in a room or whatever and film this silhouette challenge thinking everything's okay, but at the end of the day, not everything is okay. So obviously the whole point of doing the silhouette challenge, right, is you can't actually see anything, right? Like, you're not going to see some titties or ass bouncing around. Unless you're one of these people editing these videos and these clips or whatever and turning the silhouette challenge basically into softcore porn. So you have these girls who are like filming themselves doing all this or whatever, right? And they're recording this, it's going up, and then people are reversing it somehow. And that poses a problem for several different reasons. Now, it's kind of led to this big debate, right? Like, there's a massive debate going on with this situation, and there's two distinct sides. Now, on one side, you have people saying, what's being done, like people reversing these silhouette challenges to see these girls as bodies, to see them scantily clad or whatever, right? They're saying that this is non-consensual, this is weird, these people are in the wrong for doing this, it's disgusting, men need to do better, things like that, right? But then on the other side, of course, you have these people, most likely who are actually doing it themselves, who are saying that, these girls shouldn't have put themselves in this situation. These girls shouldn't have recorded themselves naked for an internet challenge, regardless of whether or not there's a filter or something that supposedly covers them up, basically saying that they were asking for it. Now, I have to say, this is my personal, subjective opinion, I guess, on this whole thing. If I were a girl, right, there's absolutely zero fucking chance that I would ever film myself doing one of these challenges. Now, that's my personal take on it, right? Like, I would never take place in any of this. I would never do this if I was a female with the silhouette challenge idea or whatever. But I mean, if that's a choice that they want to make, that's their choice to make, in my opinion. Like, I don't really see what they're doing as like a massive problem, at least until this kind of unfolded, right? Until this whole situation started to get reversed and you see people actually doing things to see them, right? But I just can never see myself putting myself in this kind of position, right? Like, I don't know. There's just something about stripping myself nude and recording a silhouette challenge for TikTok that just wouldn't go over right with me. I mean, I really don't care what other people do, honestly. Like, if that's something that you have fun doing or you think that that's cool to do, whatever, right? Like, that's your choice. And I gotta say, it definitely is pretty weird that people are going to the extent that they are to, like, you know, reverse these filters and shit. Like, it's definitely pretty weird because, like, I can't imagine that this is a process that is, like, quick, right? Like, I would think to somehow remove these filters, like, you have to have some sort of software, you have to actually put in time and know what you're doing to do this. So, like, I don't know, with this situation, I'm personally just imagining, like, some fucking weirdo, right, sitting there for, like, 4 hours to unfilter a video of some TikTok star so he can see her titties, right? Like, I don't know, I feel like that's pretty weird. And at the end of the day, bro, it's just like, I'm pretty sure you can get virtually the same thing in a lot less time by just going to the hub, or like any website of your choice and just spending a couple minutes on there. I don't know, just my personal take with that entire thing, but it's become like a massive problem and people are trying to fight back against this by discouraging usage, I guess, of the silhouette challenge. So apparently this is becoming more and more of a problem. These girls and whatnot will film themselves doing this, and it ends up getting reversed. So this is also happening off of TikTok. Apparently this is taking place on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, pretty much all the major social medias that you can really think of. This is something that's kind of taken place. So people have also been calling on YouTube to remove apparent tutorials on how to reverse the filter or the effect. So I guess that it's gotten to the point that people are making tutorials on how to reverse this entire situation. Honestly, you could have seen that coming, if we're being real, right? Like, if this was an issue that was kind of popping up, there was going to be some people who were going to figure it out and make tutorials or whatever, right? So people are calling on YouTube to remove these tutorials and for all these other social medias to fight back against these reversed filters that are getting uploaded to apparently shame these girls. People are calling on folks who are recording the silhouette challenge to remain fully clothed while they do it as well. Because obviously if they reverse the filter and you're fully clothed, right, not only did they waste their time, but they're not going to literally see you naked. But there's a much more sinister, scary, and disturbing idea that's also behind this too. I mean, obviously, if you know anything about TikTok, you know that kids fucking love TikTok. TikTok is pretty much one of the choice select social medias for people under the age of like 30. And pretty much any child I can think of, like family members, things like that, right, they all like heavily use TikTok. Like it's kind of like how I would say my generation / my age range used YouTube growing up. That's how they're using TikTok. So they're spending hours on it a day kind of things, right? So there's a lot of worry going around right now because children are also filming themselves doing the silhouette challenge. You know, you got like fucking 8-year-old girls or whatever out here filming this, which, let's keep it $150. There is absolutely zero reason that a child should be participating in this challenge. But unfortunately, that is the case. There are kids performing in this. There's the potential for kids to be performing this nude. And of course, when we're talking about a situation where people online can reverse these filters, reverse the effects, and you have children using this app following these internet challenges, it gets to the point where you have to worry about some actual fucking, like, weirdos, right? Being out here, finding kids doing the silhouette challenge and reversing the effects. And I mean, if they do this as intended or whatever, right? Like, there is the potential that, like, fucking weirdos online can actually turn this into something much worse. Like, it's already bad enough if a 25-year-old woman has this kind of, I guess, Uno reverse carded on her, but, like, if an 8-year-old girl or something does, like, that's a completely different story. We're talking, like, a much more serious potential problem unfolding here. So, as this challenge has kind of caught steam or whatever, and now, unfortunately, the reverse side of this is also catching steam, people are afraid that children can be potentially victims now on this website because of something like this. Now, this is a situation in which I honestly call on parents to do something here, okay? I understand that you can't watch every single thing that your kid does, even online, but parents gotta be more aware of what their kids are doing, right? Like, you gotta follow your kids on social media. You gotta do something, man, because we can't have 9-year-old kids out here doing the fucking silhouette challenge. Even if it wasn't a situation where people were reversing these effects, you can't have children out here doing this shit. Like, this is not a challenge that kids should be participating in, regardless if they're clothed or not, right? There is no reason that your fucking 11-year-old kid should be sensually dancing on the internet, regardless if they're clothed or silhouetted or not. Like, if I'm a parent and I get on my kid's TikTok and my 10-year-old's doing a silhouette challenge, they're not using social media anymore. Like, the internet is over for them, bro. So, we're looking at a situation that could potentially be turned into a much worse situation. I don't know if any of my audience really needs to hear this. I feel like my audience really isn't like the massive TikTok whatever, right? Like, I don't think you guys are out here filming fucking TikToks left and right. Maybe some of you are, but Anyone watching this video, man, don't participate in this challenge. Like, it really doesn't matter how old you are. It just honestly isn't a good idea. I mean, with people reversing them and shit, like, you really don't want to see that happen to you. And even then, man, like, what do you honestly get out of doing the silhouette challenge? Like, what, body positivity? Like, you feel better about yourself after doing that? I feel like there's better things for you to do that can make you feel much better about your body and how you look and your self-image or whatever, right? I mean, I'm gonna just be honest with you guys, like, filming a fucking sensual TikTok regardless, it's not gonna make you feel better in the long run. It's not gonna make your life better in any way. It's better to just simply avoid shit like this. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around— oh, I just dropped my phone, my fault. But subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, not doing the silhouette challenge, and signing out. You've seen cool stuff in your life before, but you've never seen cool shit like this. Introducing Horser. Are we sure what it is? Not really, but is it interesting? Absolutely. Optimus, what do all these luxury cars and videos of horses and nature have to do with Horser? They're specially crafted in that order to make you want to buy shit. To make you think to yourself, oh, this Horser brand represents luxury and wealth and nature, and I need that. So fulfill the advertisement's role and go buy it. Horser, keep it on you, or some shit like that.